Adjustants, operatives, commanders, and alls, welcome back to another Snowbreak video. We're doing Fragments of Truth, but this time, we're doing Graduate of Souls. I was supposed to do this video on this one, but unfortunately, I got a blue screen, and I was like, you know what, I'll do this next time. And this is a better time than ever, because we have 11 days left before this one is over. So, we might as well start now. Balance 2. The balance is about to be broken. Don't run. Pray a missionary. Please guide them to the other side. I think this is Channel. The girl collapsed on the altar before Channel, crystal creeping over their bodies, freezing them in place. Their souls cannot reach the pure realm without your blessing. Come. Take the scepter. Peace their hearts and grant them peace. By the way, I'm not gonna get all the characters accurate based on the voice doing this, but yeah, just please bear with it. How weak. Yes, it is your fault. But Channel, do you know something? Robbed and silent. The high presbyter stepped past the crowd, stopping before the panicked Channel and bowed under their astonished gazes. From the moment of birth, our existence intertwined with others, creating connections of grow deeper with time. Remember, every decision you make ripples through those connected to you. Otherwise, even death will not free their souls. They will be destined to wander about this earth because you failed to guide them to the other side. Sweet child, this is no longer in my hands. They have sinned, and it is the divine who shall be judged. But if you grant the sinners your blessing, the divine forgiveness will be bestowed upon them. The man snapped his fingers. The handmaiden immediately moved forward, covering Channel's eyes and ears with the white cloth. Do not see. Do not hear. Let your heart be your guide, and grant them your blessing. With that, the girl raised the scepter in her hand, trembling. But the strength to plunge, it was nowhere to be found. She stood there until... How unfortunate. The souls of these sinners will be imprisoned here forever. The woman behind Channel grabbed her and released the white cloth. Before Channel was the lifeless face of the girls, wrapped by crystals. High price tender, the great emissary. She is much too weak. After this breakdown, the girl was later shut back in her room. For several days, no one came to disturb her. Naturally, no one came to console her either. She was all alone, waiting in the dark, just like before. This was a punishment for the incompetent emissary. This is her speaking. The The dark shadow in front of her didn't answer her question, instead, just gently laying a hand on her shoulder. Oh. It says we. It's hard to see. Okay. Oh wait, I was... it's okay. It's okay. I'll do it next time. Out of nowhere, the change in front of her uttered words in a clear human voice. Please guide us to the eternal promised land. Help channel up. Are you okay, channel? Channel gripped my hand tightly, and her warm sweat soon soaked through my gloves. Don't worry, I won't let go. I watched on as Channel continued to apologize, and I couldn't help thinking about something. She was clearly in danger just now, but Marisol failed to show up. That had never happened before. Ah, everything's fine. We're almost done. Forget it. It wasn't the time to think about it. That. Cleanup mission complete. Time to withdraw. Enya, could you recover the change that attacked Channel? There was something strange about it. It seems as if something major has happened. While I was away during the containment zone, Krieger's whereabouts were suddenly unknown, and his group of Adventists has begun to collapse from the inside out. This resulted in a chain reaction. The first tower and the entire containment zone has fallen into chaos. As the world tree grows... Damn, I can't read that fast. As the world tree grows, so did the Titagen's contamination. The change in the Titans wreaked more havoc, and humanity fought more among itself as it struggled to survive. Even though it seems minor compared to existential crisis, the Euros still has its place on a hefty amount of pressure of the operatives who stayed behind. Now we had to deal with the ramifications. Just as before, Channel requires psychiatric treatments whenever she returned from combat. Following the medical staff member, she walked away from us. Welcome back, Adjusted. The change you recovered has already been taken to a holding room. Great. There's something weird about that change. I uploaded our combat records and told Monsieur to check it out. Understood. Miss Carolina also asked me to have you go to the command room in half an hour. Okay, I'll head there after I wash up. Reply honestly. Compared to the craziness in Europe, this is a piece of cake. I consider it a vacation. We're close enough. We don't need to be that formal, Miss Intelligence Officer. Caroline touched the table softly. Soon after, the holographic image of the stronghold somewhere in a containment zone appeared. Looks pretty exciting, but what were our people doing while all this was happening? Absolute safety? The ability to control titans and the change. Is this all Ether's doing? Even if you didn't ask me, I still want to go figure this out for myself. After all, the change screamed about some lily white deity attacked us only a couple of hours ago. And according to Masuro's investigations, that change has only turned recently. Then I'll pick Enya. Answer sincerely. I don't feel like... Actually, we did honest, let's do jokingly. We need someone who could fit seamlessly into a G. She is a natural choice. At Gray Zone, the target location is a civilian market, a non-military area filled with all kinds of people. An infiltration mission like this is safer with fewer people, and Enya is familiar with both the Aventus and working undercover, so there's no doubt she's perfect for this operation. At the door of the command room slid open, I saw a girl standing with her feet apart, looking at me with fierce eyes. The girl began walking towards me. She attempted to slide her arms around my shoulders, but failed somewhat awkwardly due to the lack of height. Even if I don't, I know you'll follow me anyway. She wanted to come? That's true, but what about you, Marisol? As if she was avoiding something, Marisol turned around to leave. Wait, I have a question. When Channel was attacked by that change this morning, you didn't show up. Where were you? It seems like you were showing up less and less recently. Okay, so this is basically coming back to the original dialogue between Marisol and Channel. Yeah. Really? Marisol waved her hand and disappeared down the hallway. Alright, we're doing progression 2. Pursuit of happiness, where the people flock to. Cans of meats, peaches, and more. All free of Titagen's contamination. And free of charge. 3 per person, only 3 per person. Enthusiastic vendor, yeah. Are these free? Are they really free? Absolutely. Take some, brother. These are all provided by the blessed ones, blessed by the lily white deity. Come over and take over. Oh wait. Since I knew which character these are, I'm not gonna voice some of the characters. At midnight, we arrive at the Blessed Bazaar, disguised as mercenaries, just as Caroline has specified. Festive decorations adorn the area and making it even more lively than the night's market in the camps. All different kinds of people walk the mats in the colorful lights, their smiles revealing a happiness Saddam seems in the containment zone. Oh, by the way, I didn't realize it's been a while that I seen this Anya's exosuit because I'm playing it in a localization form. This one is like the former. When you change it, it changes to blue because the one I changed to is the uncensored version. You could say the original one, that one I put to 0. This is a censored version, so the original color is green. I nodded and shifted my attention towards the area where the most noises were coming from. It was a row of makeshift stalls selling miscellaneous goods. It seems like the perfect place to gather intel. Head towards the stall. I intend on fixing it myself. The channel moved around Enya and beat me to it. Her small warm hands poked out from her thick cloak, softly touching my cheeks. Thank you, Channel. Oh my god, Channel's so adorable. Wait until she evolves. This is spoilers, but only because I'm pretty sure some of you saw this, the new operatives, how she looks, but I'm just telling you now. And also, you guys saw it by the wallpaper or the screen earlier, so spoilers, but not spoilers. Enya, we agreed not to drag our personal interests into work, and there's not enough of an age difference among us for anyone to be a child, right? Let's play it by ear. We don't need to do any roleplay. Let others think whatever they want. I wonder which stall to head towards. Let's do the canned foods. Oh, you there. You two brought your daughter to the gathering? Blessed by the lily white deity. Here's an extra helping of cans. Enthusiastic, but he doesn't look enthusiastic, okay? I did it like in a British voice in like in the 1920s or the American one. But that's why I said it's not the way I seem, and I kind of forgot how his voice sounds. So there were people who would believe we were a family. Thank you. But do you mind if I ask where are these? Do you mind if I ask, are these cans really free? Ah, it looks like this is your first time at the Blessed Bazaar, no? My stall is entrusted by the Blessed Ones to distribute supplies. I see. Blessed by the lily's white deity. Raising a child is hard work, even for a skilled mercenary. But there's nothing to worry about. There are plenty of supplies here, and we are protected by the lily's white deity, meaning the change can't get in. Oh, by the way, they mentioned she was in a cloak. That's why she's in a silhouette right now. The lily's white deity's protection is exactly what it sounds like. In all honesty, I'm not sure what it is. It might be some type of shield or a special position. You missionaries probably know better than I do. Don't you think it's a bit suspicious? Suspicious? This place has been operating for a week without a hitch. And I'll tell you something. The western sides of the cities is probably fine, and you can't even get supplies during Yggdrasil. But here, people are starving before the Blessed Bazaar are set up. I believe if you told me that they were resorting to cannibalism. Don't misunderstand. There's no human meat in these cans. They were stockpiled by the Blessed Ones from all over from the containment zone. They're completely safe, so don't worry. After some probing, it didn't seem like he was hiding anything. Just an honest vendor. But how could a truly honest person survive in a dog-eat-dog world in a containment zone? The stall selling clothes. Damn, even with those baggy eyes, she looks really cute. Well, at least you're honest. Have they been washed? All right. Since this was like the previous event, you realize that there were no voiceovers until like later on, like during Hearts of Harmony event. The only time there were like voiceovers is like during the ending of the event, where they start to speak. You can change your voice that much just to hide your identity? Oh, so you surely sell more than clothes then? After some probing, it seems as if the Blessed One organizations wasn't controlled as tightly as the Towers once was. And even though they have stockpiled supplies, perhaps they didn't actually have much as they let on. The stall covered in black cloth. Let's take a look. I don't think any ordinary person would be selling that kind of stuff here. Don't mind her, she just joined us and isn't very experienced. Do you really believe in all of that? After some probing, it seems like a lot of people had converted to join the Blessed Ones, but they weren't as radical and unwelcoming as the Adventists. Right, they were living in conditions we couldn't even imagine before. The White Lily deity, or rather the Blessed Ones, completely solved that problem. Another problem caused by humanity. The flaws in the lax organizations will sorely be exposed. Or maybe it has already started. Looking down at the clean clothes at my hands, I couldn't help but shake my head. Oh, yeah, she's cute. She's really cute. This is the type of pigtails I like. It's not the one over the head, it's under the head. Our conversation was interrupted by a high-pitched voice. We turned around to see a stall selling cotton candy, and the owner has a familiar face. It was Jing Ling, a Yggdrasil logistics officer. Before she could finish her sentence, I already covered her mouth with my hands. Are you trying to help him blow our cover, Jing Ling? And aren't you always holed up in a logistics department office? What are you doing in a dangerous place like this? Pull yourself together. I forgot which part of logistics she's part of. It could be part of. I'm not sure which one I put label and which character that gives that character an upgrade. According to the intel we gathered, the White Lily deity is supposed to arrive tonight. The logistics department sure is lucky to have an officer like you. Hey, who would have fall for a lame excuse like that? She actually believed it. Channel stood between us, opening her arms wide like a bird, leaning to fly and wavering them violently. I can imagine that. Sensing her suspicious gaze, I quickly cleared my throat. I'll have a plain one. There's no rush. Take your time and think about it before you decide. I look into Channel's eyes and waiting for a response into their depths. It's too late to back out now, Jingling. We'll take the 3 orders of the plain cotton candy. Oh, and give me a chocolate one too. Even though Marisol hasn't shown herself, I thought it would be best to save one for her. From what I remembered, she likes chocolate. Oh, how did they get here? I'm not doing that sound. We already did the noise already. Just as Jingling began to pour sugar into the machine, we heard a commotion in the distance. You showed up just in time. There you go. See? That's how it sounds like. I'm really sorry. I'll get you another one later. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Remember not to reveal your identity. I guess I'll do with his voice also. Exactly. Everything is coming together. People will desire salvation when they are in danger. Predictable. Keep an eye on her and let me know if anything else happens. Okay, so this is the part where I got a blue screen. I got really pissed off from that. Wait, what the fuck? No, I just go down. What am I doing? What? Yeah. Okay, I guess I have to jump then. Ridiculous. Because, look, I could go over here, right? What the fuck? Oh, this gun feels so good when you shoot it. Oh my god, I already completely forgot. I already completely forgot that I was supposed to help this dude. I thought I was supposed to attack him. How stupid of me. Oh, by the way, the current Enya we're using, there's a free Enya early on from this event that you could get for free. You can no longer get it for free anymore. You have to do a gacha version of it. I completely forgot about that as well. It's okay, I'm just trying her out. I haven't used the 4-star operatives for so long. Why aren't I using Kaya? This is basically just those two operatives. I could finish it faster, but the focus is basically on those two right now, not Kaya. Jazz her chance. She will have her chance in the future. I will guarantee you that. Why? Because the next event is going to be there. So it's not really necessary. Yeah, you will get voiceover in game though, so that's the difference. Oh. Let's use the ultimate. It missed! Damn, I haven't played 4-star for so long. I've been using the orange tier characters for more often than usual.
Oh, 神よ、どうか我が兄弟たちが私を傷つけることがないようお守りください。おい、あいつらは兄弟なんかじゃねえぞ。ですが、我々と同じ格好をしているのを見ました。分析員、広場の方でまた騒ぎが起こっているようです。
Oh, damn. All right. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's use ultimate here. Yep. That looks much more satisfying.
めんどくせえったよね。
待ってください、ムルソン。広場の向こう側でみんなが何かを取り囲んでいるようですよ。皆さんのお役に立てたでしょうか。
Use Ender skills 9 times. Nice. Uncomfortable reunion. The dead are alive once more. It's the blessed ones! The blessed ones are here to save us! Now isn't a time to fight over the spotlights. I pulled my two operatives back into the shadows while everyone else was still focused on the other side of the square. Soon, a sea of people began pouring into the square. They are all surrounding a tall figure walking slowly. As the figure gradually approaches, we finally got a clear look at his face under the pale moonlight. Oh. Gavin. No, wait, is it? Yeah, it's Gavin. It's Gavin. I was thinking of Joseph. My mistake. It was a face as lifeless as a statue. A face that has died long ago, as far as I knew. To be fair, it's not really spoilers. But I was trying to figure out what was his name, and it's been a while that I haven't played that fight against him. That's why. Anya pulled her gun on her as put her hand on her gun and stood in front of me, ready to draw and shoot at the moment's notice. However, the man didn't head towards us. Instead, he walked towards a woman weeping hysterically in the middle of the square. Her child's arm has been ripped off by one of the change. Wait, what the fuck? That's the same woman, isn't he? That's the same vendor that sells clothes? Do not respect the lily white deity and a high presbyter. Yeah, okay. Do not disrespect the white lily. Fuck. Let me do this again. Do not respect the white deity and the high presbyter, Gavin. I am incredibly sorry. Your child is suffering due to my mistake. Gavin stopped the purificant who has stepped forward to scald the woman. He supported himself on his staff and slowly kneeled down on one knee. High price standard. High presbyter. The high presbyter. Yeah, that's a mouthful. I can't remember that word. Presbyter. Okay. The high presbyter of the blessed ones took a white branch from his arms and handed it to the woman in front of him. Please accept the lily white deity's blessing. I hope this will heal your child's pain. The branch instantly vaporized as soon as it came into contact with the child's severed arm. Countless specks of dust gradually coalesced into the shape of an arm as the crowd watches on in shock. The child's flesh regenerated, and as the mother witnessed this miracle, she was so shocked that she couldn't speak. But it didn't necessarily create human tissue. That branch was part of the tree. If the lily white deity actually have something to do with Edda, it probably wouldn't be hard to create something that looks similar to that arm using Taitogen. Be that as it may, it was a miracle for the people in the containment zone. The lily white deity shall appear tonight. Grant us everlasting forgiveness and bring about the eternal promised land. The purificant's voice through the air like a bell, making the scene in front of him appear all the more solemn and holy. It is a blessed land that shall never decay, a land where the wrath of the Titans cannot reach. There we shall establish a new order, a totally new order, one that is separate from this cursed world and belongs to us alone. After speaking, the cloaked purificants nodded and slowly moved back behind Gavin. As the high price stander, he didn't even need to lift a finger. Just by standing there, he naturally evoked the worship and prayers of every devotees. Even though we were far away, I could see Gavin's entire face clearly. I could spot every subtle movement in the muscle of his face and the faith and generosity in his gaze. Soon after, he suddenly moved as I watched on. Turning sideways, he waved an arm, and the handmaidens behind him brought over another large box. As the box was opened, commotions once again broke out among the people in the crowd. Boulder inhibitors! Are those all boulder inhibitors? Are they for us? The bustling crowds calmed in an instant. The entire area fell deadly silent, almost quiet enough to hear a pin drop. Everyone, ever since I woke from my coma, I've only heard bad news. We have lost the Titan's protection, lost a high presbyter, lost our order. We have lost so many people. So much faith that was extremely important to us. But you all have not lost your precious hearts, hearts that dare to pursue happiness. The blessed bazaar prosperities is simply a true reflection in our hearts. With the Lily's White Deity's blessing, we former victims have the ability to reestablish order ourselves. But before we wave our hands and reshape the past, we must ask ourselves a question. Now, upon this land we stand upon, this land that has long been abandoned by its so-called protectors, is there still happiness we desire? Those fierce ember eyes suddenly shift towards me. Seeing this hostility, Anya moved to jump into action, but I put my arms across her shoulders to stop her. The crowd in front of us was silent, with tension's expressions. Every fist clenches until the knuckles turned white. Gavin got the exact response he was looking for. We couldn't do anything rash. Misery, betrayal, it's all that's left here, and we were born to shoulder these burdens. You're right. Yes, we absolutely weren't born to shoulder these burdens. Ha, my brothers and sisters, my flesh and blood who are suffering alongside me at the very moment, what choice should we make? This was followed by resonating applause. Soon, cheers echoes throughout the air. To the eternal promised land! To the eternal promised land! To the eternal promised land! Blessed by the Lily's White Deity! Blessed by the Lily White Deity! And so on and so forth. Go! My compatriots in suffering! Go make the necessary preparations. We will leave this place soon and make our way to our shared promised land together. Yes! Yes! People only complain when they're hungry. When they're full, they're much better behaved. Don't rush. Let's see what happens. While we were distracted, Gavin's handmaiden has already made her way through the crowd. She greeted me in a low voice. What? Are you seriously inviting us to that paradise? Don't worry, I don't trust him. And I'm obviously not planning to do anything to him either. Let's follow him for now and play along. Why not get the best out of both worlds? Show me the way. In the dark room, the man in the sofa wore a cold expression. The equally cold chair was placed in front of him. Have a seat, 一级的研究. Sit? Huh. Alright. I'll take the comfortable sofa then. My surprising response put him in a loss of words, as I intended. He raised his head and looked at me in a shock like he never met me before. You've changed. You're so different. I'm different? What about you? You were once a protector who was willing to risk it all for companions. Now you're the reverse high presbyter. Please, wait a moment before you try to humiliate me. At least let me explain why I invited you here first. Or maybe you'd like a little gift as a greeting. Go ahead. The door behind him opened and the purificants kicked the man who was tied up through the doorway. Even though his face was swollen up like a balloon, I recognized him right away. It was a man hawking cans from before. This guy was once part of the border cleanup team. If memory serves, he hurt your operatives at the 5th Research Institute. I know that you and the board still has some small conflicts. Like a whale suddenly showed up. Leaping out of the water, Gavin's tall frame instantly insulted me as he stood up. He walks over to the man, giving away cans before, who was lying on the ground. Gavin turned towards me as he stuffed a tiny little remote-controlled bomb in the man's mouth. Here, think of this as the beginning of our peaceful discussions. He reached over and opened up his hand, holding the detonator out in front of me. But I wasn't interested in his little games. I just gazed at the poor man lying on the ground. Seeing him like that, it was hard to imagine he was once a member of the cleanup team. But I didn't care about that. The only way to reveal my opponent's weakness in a game like this was to remain calm. Let's see what other tricks you will pull, Gavin. Some things never change. You're all talk. Just putting on an act. You still have a soft heart deep down. If you're scared to, don't want to, or can't even make a move, then hurry up and talk to me. Sit down. As Gavin shouted, I didn't know I just shout, but it could have been capitalized, but whatever. As Gavin shouted, I heard the whispering sound of two muzzles being rapidly raised into the air. Enya and Marisol dashed out from behind me so fast that it would have been difficult for any ordinary person to spot them. The roof of his mouth and his temples, the two operatives each pressed the black barrels of their guns up against their fatal areas. Are you only happy if things comes to this? In that moment, as Gavin and I looked around at everyone in this enclosed space, we saw the same thing. His followers donning evidence grabbed weren't as determined as he and I had originally assumed. Let's make this quick. What are those white branches, the lily white deities, and the eternal promised land? What are you up to? You don't need to know that. You only need to know that we are about to leave. Soon, you all won't be able to find a single trace of us. Everything here will belong to Yggdrasil again. The cold barrel of her gun inches deep into his mouth. A bitter expression finally revealed itself in his face, and the words he didn't have to say to transform it into sobs as the guns pressed up against his jaw. Some of the people standing behind Gavin looked like they wanted to act, but they stood still as hesitant gaze and trembling hands. I heard Marisol's slender wrist and motioned for her to slowly move her gun out of Gavin's mouth. Get back! Everyone, stand down! It started to shouting voice. It was a ridiculous scenario, but there was no humiliation in Gavin's eyes. It was a vague sense of anger. Don't you want to know my goal? Alright. I'll tell you. What I've wanted has been the same from beginning. I only want the people of the containment zone to live with dignity, far away from the people like you. You're Yggdrasil adjusted, and you recently became a Eurus hero. You think you're qualified to insult me like this? Fine. But I have to ask you. What are you to the containment zone? Where were you when Kigros abandoned us? Where were you when the people here were killing each other? Where were you when they needed a leader, needed a faith the most? You wanted to point the finger at us again now that you're all at our back. Even if I'm completely sincere, it won't be enough. You'll only be satisfied once I kneel down and talk like this, right? Blood flowed from the corners of his mouth, falling to the dark floor into the pool without a ripple. So, you think you're the leader? No, you're not. The miracle you showed them are all lies. You're just making a fuss of things in the name of the lily white deity. A true leader wouldn't blind leads of their loyal followers. You've been so deeply deceived by your own lies that you're essentially leading everyone to their deaths. It was despicable. But wasn't I as well? You really have some nerves. How dare you criticize me like that? That sensational stifle heaviness. Since returning from Eurus, I experienced this horrible feeling every day, every single day, all over the containment zone. And today, the sensation coming from the person in front of me was particularly intense. Reach out and touch Gavin's forehead. Why are you staring at me like that? What are you planning? Don't worry. There isn't that much titigence in his body. Absorb the titigence in Gavin's body. Just as I expected, I saw Edda in Gavin's memory stab the white branch into his chest. Then I saw him walking through the bleak underground tunnel and taking the elevator at the center of the altar. He arrived at the space with a star-adorned dome overhead where a twisted white room grew in the center. And There was a face, blurry but evil. As this was happening, I also passed my memories of confronting those terrifying visions in Eurus to him. He had a responsibility to see it all clearly. The lily white deity, the eternal promised land. Do you get it now? All of this stuff you believed in, the things you think you can say, do you know what they actually are? What did you show me? He kneed down, completely dazed, as if his soul has left his body. Let's go, Enya. Mirasalt. This is already enough for him today. Oh! Let them go. Gavin slowly stood up on the ground. As he shifted his gaze towards me, his eyes were filled with reluctance, as if I snatched away everything he required to survive. High price stander! Not price stander. High presbyter! I told you to let them go! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! I don't know. I'm sorry about that. We exited the room to find that the crowd in the bazaar has already dispersed. Yeah, I saw the internal promised land in his memories. It's the underground in the containment zone. I also saw the hazy figure of another man, probably his appliance. Compliance. I don't know. Right now, we need someone to catch up with the crowd of believers, follow them and figure out where this internal promised land is. But we can't ignore the bazaar. The man in Gavin's memories could have been in the crowd earlier. He might still be nearby right now. Marisol, you come with me. Enya, I'm leaving the bazaar to you. Marisol? Sorry if I frightened you just now. Okay. Battle time. Okay, so we're left with Enya. I completely...
数人がそちらに向かいました。わかりました。私が見張っておきます。皆さんも気をつけてくださいね。
覚醒者、どうしてここに？
何をそんなに慌てているんですか？とは避けたかったんですが。カチャカチャ。
Let's do this.
気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。
I guess Enya could ask for backup at times, so why not? Yeah, I'll just use those as just the support, that's all.
ここでひとまずお休みしましょう。
Yeah, I missed this Enya's long hair like this. This long hair is not that bad. If I can, I could try to show you the ultimate of Akizia. Oh.
回収すべきでしょうか。分析員。気をつけます。大丈夫ですよ。私のことは心配しないで。 なことは避けたかったんですが。
Okay, let's do the ulti then. 6.
時の塵になれ。お姉さんに任せて。
I don't want to switch, but I don't have her.
別の解決策があればいいのですが。カチャカチャ。こんなことは避けたかったんですが。道を守ってあげる。ここでひとまずお休みしましょう。薄暗い道ですね。分析員さんに手を握ってもらわないと前に進めないかも。冗談はよせって心配いりませんよ。今のところは順調ですから。こんなことは避けたかったんですが道を守ってあら、誰かの落とし物かしら。慌てんぼうさんね。
Oh, okay, sure, why not?
戦うことを選ぶんです。
Oh, you can only attack lower? Oh, that's stupid.
カチャカチャ。気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。ここでひとまずお休みしましょう。
That made it so much easier. That made it so much easier.
別の解決策があればいいのですが。
No wonder that combo
敵
so
の
feels
排
so
除
much
と汚
better.
染物の回収に成功しましたよ。分析通信が。ボーボワールってことは彼もこの近くに。
Oh, okay. I thought I was about to fight him. Okay.
お疲れ様。さあ、お姉さんに飛び込んでらっしゃい。
Damn, those two really helped me a lot. Thank you. Okay. Now it's Channel's turn. Did I say term? My apologies. Although her attacks does make them stutter. Wait, does it have to? Okay, yeah. Any part of the body, yeah. I just need to, okay? I'm on a time limit.
あなたたちも仕留められるのが怖いのですか。道を守ってあげる。
Ow! What? Oh, there you are.
気をつけてね、可愛い子。
For some reason, I like her standard skill a lot.
お久しぶりだね、分析員と。
おい、てめえの仕業だったのか、サルトル。
ガウンとの約束を守る気はないようだね。まあ、食えない人たちだよ。
気をつけて目標達成。ビューンってね。
I didn't really beat him. Although I took down his shield. But that's I don't think that's quite the same.
リロード急ぎます。早くしなきゃ。お互いの苦しみが
Oh, okay, that's okay. So it has certain range. Okay.
たまたまです。道を守ってあげる。気をつけてね、可愛いから。
That's combo.
こんなにたくさん。私を見ないでくれない。このケースではもう言うことはありません。お互いの苦しみが。気をつけてね、可愛い子。道を守ってあげる。
会場に現れた
Oh, wait, where's he?
者たちはどういうことだ。ああ、俺は子羊たちか。神への捧げ物だよ。全ては
I do like her ultimate. Her ultimate feels so good to use.
迎えるための下準備だよ。
ふざけんじゃね
Oh, I need to heal.
よかったです。あなたたちに閉じ込められるのは大丈夫。私しっかりしますから。
Notice she's not wearing any footwear.
そうですか。
You see open toes.
道を守って気をつけてね、可愛い子。
まずは武器を下ろして
Yeah, that's a really good
僕
combo.
の言葉を最後まで聞いてくれ。
うるせえ。まずはてめえの首をひねるのが先だ。
てらんもうな。どうやらまずは
Back when I first started this game, I don't even know what I was doing.
ようだね。
道を守ってあげる。このケースではもう言うことはありません。
Oh. Oh. Now he's vulnerable.
あなたたちに閉じ込められるのが怖いの。
Where is he?
大丈夫。
Oh.
私しっかりしますから。気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。 傷つけないで。道を気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。あなたたち。
Oh, just to let you know, he doesn't really have 3 phases in this. He kind of does in the other boss fights. This is not one of them for some reason.
急ぎます。早くしない。気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。道を守ってあげる。気をつけて。バイバイ、そよ風さん。もういいはずです。
Yeah, the orange tier operatives do so much damage compared to like the purple tier ones. Okay, I did not beat it on time, but I will finish this on my own. Unavoidable purpose, the past of 2 girls. Let's handle it later. As Marisol murmurs behind me, I stared up ahead through the thick nightmares at the fog shadowy figures moving between buildings. They could attack us at any time. Marisol? My questions was only met with silence and mist from the thick fog. An ominous feeling began to crawl its way into my heart. Hold your breath and aim your gun behind you. Oh, you caught me. Hold on. I had to sneeze, that's why. Oh, you caught me. My bullet grazed Satyr's ashen white cheeks and lodged itself in the wall. After avoiding this fatal shot, he immediately drew back to Marisol, who was lying unconscious on the ground. He then shifted the sight of my ray gun from me to Marisol's neck. Don't do anything rash, Justin. Use your head. Your bullets aren't faster than my ray gun. Your body can't win against a bullet though. I absorbed Marisol while I attempted to distract him. She was unconscious. Thankfully, she didn't have any injuries and her breathing seemed stable. Then maybe she was just. That soft grin not only confirmed my suspicion, but also gave me a chance to end our standoff. Faced with the unconscious girl turning over and a bullet being fired into his chest, Satyr didn't hesitate in his decision to deal with the latter first. As he dodged out of the way, I seized my opportunity. Run towards Channel. I grabbed her wrist and pulled her behind me. Channel's personality was just coming to the surface, which quickly understood what was happening. The second she touched her gun, she immediately cocked it. Raise your gun with her. Oh. Blue light flashes in my eyes, immediately followed by a popping noise and a shooting pain in my right hand. Unexpectedly, Satyr has reached much quicker than usual. Don't get cocky. For some reason, Satyr chose not to continue his pursuit after gaining the upper hand. There was a hint of reluctance in that cold snot. Channel, keep an eye on him. At my order, she aimed her gun at Satyr once again. What a rare sight. This was the first time I seen the emissary act so tough. Channel has always been stronger than you thought. Doing my best to suppress the emotions in my heart, I lowered my voice, remained calm, and waited for an opportunity. Oh, sounds like you two are pretty close then, hmm? Channel, do you still remember what High Presbyter Prager taught us? You need to remember that every choice you make affects those connected to you. This memory of the past ripped open her old wound. The gun in Channel's hand instantly transformed into a scepter stained with blood. Come on then, shoot right here. Satyr emphatically pointed at his forehead. But after you shoot, who is going to shoulder the consequences for you? Yujita Kyujo. Channel couldn't stop trembling, and Satyr's hair-raising grin seems to compromise the entire night sky. While his attention was focused on Channel, I drew my spare pistol with my left hand, aimed the spot at his finger was pointing, and pulled the trigger. A dark bloody hole was carved into the nauseating face. However, before I could breathe a sigh of relief, the bloody hole vanished. Tss, you missed in such a close range. What was going on? Satyr didn't even seem to feel that shot. It was absolutely bizarre. From the moment he reappeared, countless questions has begun to pile up in my head. When was this puzzling feeling coming? Where was this puzzling feeling coming from? Didn't I try to cut your break just now? My memories were interrupted by his dismissal voice. He raised his right hand, a bright spot of the light condensing in his palm. Murderous intent flashing through his icy eyes. The moment it was about to turn into a piece's beam of light, Satoru was interrupted by the bullet fired from the distance. Tss, she cut off, huh? Another annoying insect. But I was able to calm down a bit thanks to your reminder. After the anger disappeared from his face, the same cold smile revealed itself once again. Perhaps I will be able to keep the sacrifices offered to the divine after for myself. With the burst of light, Satoru disappeared and the fog surrounding us followed suit. The area was once again swallowed up by the silent darkness of the night. I'm okay. Enya, can you help inject channel with the Balder inhibitor? Takes the inhibitor from your chest pasta and give it to Enya and gesture at channel. Oh my god. Her eyes changed. Absorbed in her memories, she was now flooded. Then I'll leave it to you. Be grateful, adjustants. Be grateful that Enya specifically asked for you to be spared. But that's only for now. Once the Titan is completed, everyone in the containment zone will be pulled into Valhalla, including you. At that time, I will also fulfill my own long-held wish. Blanketed by the night sky, Satoru watched over our retreating figure, and his phony smile vanished from his face. One of the research department, I don't know why this is in Chinese for some reason, but okay, I understand. As usual, the medical staff member was waiting for us at the fork in the hallway. And as usual, Cheno was taking in the opposite direction from us. So that's a medical staff member, that's in Chinese. Enya, can you give her a report first at the combat summary meeting? Let's postpone mine for now. I need to go see Cheno. This time, I decided to head in the opposite direction as well. After giving permission from the medical staff member, I pushed open the treatment room door. Cheno? Yeah, it's alright. Oh, this is for you. It's the cotton candy, chocolate flavored. I bought it from the vending machine. Just think of the replacement for the cotton candy. Okay, never mind. I was close. But it is a big deal to me. I made you a promise, after all. So, it's still her speaking. I nodded and I sat down next to the girl. When she saw this, she immediately laid her back onto my shoulder with a bonk. The girl took a long breath in. After her chest continued to rise and fall, her heartbeat grew clearer. I'm fine, aren't I? Not at all. Actually, I understand channel much better thanks to you, Marisol. But I wouldn't say I know you both extremely well. After all, you don't say much. Of course, you can tell me whenever you want. I'll listen. If that's the case, keep it. You're only cautious because there's something you treasure. There's nothing wrong with that. The people who force you to make a choice are the ones who truly at fault. And to be honest, I don't want you to disappear, Marisol. Of course. The girl softly bit her lip, crawled into the wall and peeked at me cautiously out of the corner of her eye. Just then, the image of Marisol seems to overlap with Channel's. Even though I didn't understand why, I still haven't responded to her request by gently hugging her. Did Channel wake up? I don't think she's ever blamed you. You two need to get along well in the future too. The girl has held it up tight to my collar, then buried her warm face in my embrace. Yeah, much better. You really have impeccable timing. Alright, I got it. Sorry, I need to leave for a bit. I'll come back and check on you later. The girl relentlessly loosened her grip of my collar. I understand the feeling you have, both of you. As the girl peeked at the sticky liquid inside, a pair of hands suddenly reached out and tightly latched into her wrist. Oh, whoa, that's kind of messed up. The girl in front of her gradually transformed into a black shadow that engulfs Channel. With a silent exclamation, she was sucked into the bottomless abyss. I got some time, so... Monster in misery. It is her decision. That means what we encountered tonight was actually a phantom. She continued to whimpering on the tablets in her hands. She began speaking faster and faster, her voice trembling. It was the first time I saw her so panicked. Don't worry too much, Miss Intelligence Officer. No one could predict that guy would come back from the dead. Actually, I have already have some thoughts about Sator. I'll check it out myself later. I moved my left hand to her tablet screen, covering the information, but she still didn't dare look up, as it was a heavy burden weighing down on her shoulders, and she couldn't conceal the remorse in her gaze. I could only smile and pat her shoulders in response. Let's talk about the next piece of information. The girl took a deep breath. But it seems like they quietly renovated it and connected to the current altar after the descent. Yeah, good analysis. Cheer up, Caroline. I apologize for the interruption. There was an explosion in the psychiatric treatment room. There was a large amount of residue hydrogen. Our meeting has been unexpectedly interrupted. Following the security officer, we rushed to the location where the incident occurred. Sir, there was no casualties at the site of the explosion, but... Yes, my deepest apologies. Did she just vanish into thin air? I observed my surroundings as I entered a dark psychiatric treatment room. A silent explosion disturbed the screen. A body that disappeared, and only high concentration of hydrogens. It seems like there was only one possibility. Three-phase transformation. Meanwhile, underground in the containment zone, the altar that was once active in the Avertance stronghold was usually deserted in this special day. The sound of prayers has long since dispersed, now replaced by the sound of waves, originally originating from the massive cocoon in the air of the altar. Who are you, really? A deity who will grant us blessing, or a devil who dragged us to hell? I press spider. The man looked up at the cocoon in front of him, surrounded by his followers. His eyes were filled with conflicting emotions, both faith and fear, causing his hand to tremble as he reached out. What are you saying? High press spider, Gavin. That is a cocoon that contains the body of the lily-white deity, of course. A solemn voice sounded in Saturn's natural landing behind Gavin like an eagle. The emissary has accepted the lily-white deity invitation, transforming into a fragment's phantom and merging with the cocoon. Are you here to witness her birth? Gavin didn't speak. He gestured for his followers to disperse, then drew the sword on his back. Perhaps you aren't. Satur, brother. I am hoping you can honestly tell me what exactly our eternal promised land is. What is growing within the cocoon you created? Is it truly the deity you claim can bring protection and happiness to all of our brothers and sisters? I see. It looks like the Yggdrasil adjustment must have shown you a lot of terrible things. Satur revealed an icy smile, step by step. He walked towards the sword pointed at him. Those are all facts. Facts? The true eternal promised land is Valhalla, a pure land without strife. Through the chains of the suffering, the will of all people shall be merged. Our duty is to take over the Aventus, the group that betrayed Edda, and free our brothers and sisters in the containment zone, contamination zone of suffering. Their flesh and misery will be transformed into nutrients, merging with this cocoon and giving birth to something that will help us achieve this goal. A titan. A new titan, created from the manifestation with two Dwewus. Facing... Oh wait, there's a narration, okay. Hold on. Facing Satur as he walked closer, Gavin's tightened his grip on the hilt, and his surrounding followers also drew their weapons. Noticing Gavin's hostility, Satur deliberately moved outside of his attack range. You know something, Gavin. There was other experimental cases in the past. First, you convert the Dwewus into pure energy and bring the two completely opposing properties into contact. An incredible amount of energy, hundreds of times greater than the sum of the two energies, will explode in an instant. After connecting to the roots of the world tree in the old Altair, this energy will be absorbed by the tree, allowing it to grow to its full potential. Then the people in the containment zone, Elf, no. The people in all of Midgard shall enjoy the deliverance to Valhalla, and I, Satur, shall. The man's monstrous fury transferred to his sword, and a heavy slash cut through the air before Satur could even finish speaking. However, this attack, which Gavin used nearly all of his strength to perform, was easily disrupted. Several branches suddenly burst from the ground to form the shield above Satur's head. Almost simultaneously, an invisible force exploded from the cocoon, decimating the followers who stepped forward to assist Gavin. So you wanted to launch a sneak attack, hmm? So this is the High Presbyter of the Blessed Ones. You lied to me. You lied to everyone who followed you. You and Edda lied. Black blood spilled from the body of the man pierced by the branches. They crushed both of his prosthetic bodies and consciousness, leaving only traces of disassociated anger, directed at the demon in front of him. No. Don't only talk about me. Aren't you the only one who gave those ignorant people false hope, High Presbyter Gavin? You're wrong, Gavin. I'm not following Edda's orders. You can clearly see who controls the Blessed Ones, who controls the cocoon, who controls everything. They were all implanted in the Bevor system, becoming my android puppets. Saturus lifted Gavin's head, laughing smugly, then pointed at his destroyed chest. Of course, the same is true for you. I won't let you die in vain like this. Those suffering brothers and sisters are still waiting for you, High Spider. The roots began to spread, and the bodies of Gavin's followers transformed into crystals. Crystal lining white flowers bloomed on the water in veins of the bright red blood. In the dark corner of the opposite side, the sound of crystals forming could be heard. Huh. Was there something in that corner before? The moment I began walking towards the crystalline flowers, I left that same heavy sensation rise from my feet again. The entire room began to spin and distort. The image constantly shifts like ripples in the ocean, assaulting my senses. I saw a child who looks like Chano standing atop the black altar as her body melted into a liquid. I saw countless civilians kneeling at the feet of an unknown titan, their bodies releasing shattered fragments of light like stars in the night sky. I saw the containment zone being completely fractured. The world tree in the middle of the city was covered in white flowers. Those images. Enya, I saw images of Cheno and the containment zone. They were more hazy than the visions of Euros, but I'm sure she's at the altar. Caroline. Notify Director Tao of our operation tonight. I have a few operatives sneak into the underground area in the containment zone. Inform Fredia and have her head to the weapons workshop too. We need to act fast before the Blessed Ones attack Channel and the civilians. Thank you, Miss Intelligence Officer. The Heimdall infiltration force that I quickly put together arrived at the subway entrance at midnight. Just as we were about to head down the stairs, Kaya suddenly poked me from behind. Enya, who was at the rear, remained tense. She didn't react to Akisia's questions right away. Then I have to handle backup tonight, Enya. Enya? The subway. I'll try to complete the game a bit quicker. I'll try to though.
ユグドラシルの完成者だ。
この人たちは戦闘経験ゼロだね。急所を避けて攻撃する。ここでひとまずお休みしましょう。
Yeah, I need to destroy that thing first.
こんなやつを撃つのは気が引けるって私はそんなに弱くないですよ。分析員を守る決心誰にも負けません。へえ
面白いわね。
カチャカチャ、大丈夫ですよ。私のことは心配しないで。痛いの痛いの、そんだけ。
来るな。
武器を下ろして。私たちの目的は仲間の救出なの。
やっぱり生徒様を狙っていたんです。ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。もうタルトル様に勝ったのです。
守るために戦うことを選ぶんです。
Okay, that was really bad. Let's do this instead.
気の塵になれ。分析、近くに汚染促進装置があるかもしれない。
こんなことは避けたかったんですが。カチャカチャ、
気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。ねえ、降臨弾の倉庫ってあれのことよね。
お疲れ様。さあ、お姉さんに飛び込んでらっしゃい。
Less than half the time of that. Nice. Noise.
そろそろ時間ですが、準備はよろし。
やっぱり人間はもう残っていないみたいですね。潜入作戦開始。
Oh,
段ボールでも持ってこようか。
I have to stay hidden. Oh, damn. I don't think I'm good at these type of this game mechanic. Okay, we're supposed to go down here. I think I messed up here a lot though. You're not supposed to shoot them. If you shoot them, you have to restart again. So okay. Oh shit, oh shit, okay. Take cover. Exit cover. Get behind here. Cover here. Don't move. Don't move. Okay. Okay. We see that. Move. Move towards here.
促進装置見当たらなかった。汚染源はもっと下のフロアにあるみたい。
Okay, I think I'm supposed to go around
走る
them.
のも一緒かな。サルトルのやつ一体何を。さあね。
I can't
セ
see
ルを
her.
利用してタイタンをコントロールしたいんじゃない。
Okay. Let's move around. Oh yeah. The jumping is really bad on this. Oh damn. We had to dance around this. Okay, we had to shoot this
大
thing.
丈夫。私はここにいますよ。
Oh fuck! I messed up! Oh damn. Okay. Okay, we know what to do, guys. We know what to do. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
さあ、勇気を出して。
Okay. I was being impatient, okay? I was being impatient. Okay. Go around him. Dance around this. Dance around this. Jump. Over here. Okay, now I remember. I'm supposed to go over this side. Wait! Oh! Actually, no, wait. I didn't have to do that. It's okay.
待ち伏せです。私たちの場所がバレているようです。
I think I messed up on something over there. That's why.
行くわよ、分析員。私の後ろに下がって。あら、私から分析員を横取りする気？小柄の割に独占欲は強いのね。
別の解決策があればいいのですが。気をつけてね、乾いたから。お疲れ様。さあ、お姉さんに飛び込んでらっしゃい。
Guys, I messed up like few times, but that's okay. We made it in time, so that's how you're supposed to play the game. Somewhat, I mean. Walking into the trap, like moths flying towards the flame. Before I knew it, the Titagen's branches in the warehouse started growing rapidly in our direction, as if awakened by some force. Soon after, the first row of shelves collapses. Countless of tiny branches began to converge, engulfing the steel and surging towards us in the torrent. Quick, get to the elevator. After throwing a few bombs to create some distance, I hurriedly led the operatives towards the altar entrance. A branch that grabbed Akezia at the back of our group, attempting to pull her away. Aim at the branch wrapped around Akezia and shoot. After setting up some shooting mounts, Kaya began an intense counterattack against the snake-eyed branches, momentarily holding them off. Akezia hurled some of her daggers too, ready to stand her ground and face the enemy. Anya, cover me while I move over to the elevator. We glanced at each other, knowing what the others was thinking. After saying a quick goodbye to the two behind us, Anya and I sprint the final distance over to the elevator in front of us. However, the elevator door was one step ahead of us, opening first. The spectral figure faded away, replacing by the cluster of Titagen's branches emerging from the door. She grabbed my hand at the last second, but it was no use. The strong branches were dragging me into the dark abyss, and her along with me. Even a tough manifestation like Anya struggled against the combination of Titagen's contamination and the strong pull of the branches. Sorry to make you worry again, Anya. Look like I still prefer to putting my life in danger. Yeah, I'd rather do that. This makes more sense. I don't want to let go of her. Go help Kaya and the others. I'll take care of things down below. Wait for me. I'll be back. Enveloped in a sea of white branches, I was helplessly pulled down the pitch black elevator shaft. Impressive, no? This is another miracle brought about by the lily white deity. Alright everyone, please take your seats. The Advent ceremony is about to begin. A thick root of Titagen suddenly appeared in the center of the paradise, lifting up a pure white cocoon. The man known as a high press spider appeared and kneed before the white cocoon, his back facing the crowd as he spoke in a dignified and booing voice. The roots of the world tree. For a long time, we have kept the secret from the outside world, looking after it with our utmost care. Tonight, it is a time to use it to show you all a miracle. A mass amount of energy is stored within it, which will be utilized by our lily white deity. Come, my brothers and sisters, who has long suffered. Let us pray together. Let us pray for an end to our suffering. Pray for the smooth arrival for our lily white deity. After witnessing several miracles, those present were all drawn into the atmosphere. Longtime Adventists and newcomers alike all bowed down and began to pray. Little did they know that fine roots, undetectable by the naked eye, has already begun winding around their ankles, tragically reducing their life forces to nourishments. On the other altar, Satoru hovered mid-air as he savors the devout expression of each person in attendance through Gavin's visions. It was as if he was the one of the crowd was truly worshipping. What a fantastic spectacle. Everything is going according to plan. It will be completely soon. Very soon. The gift I will offer to the high priest will be arriving immediately. However, as his electronic monitoring device beeped, Satoru was pulled back to reality. A projection expanded to reveal a familiar figure in the underground tunnel. That pesky insect is still alive. Looks like you really can't rely on AI for everything. It doesn't matter either way. That guy's body is quite special. It will make a nice addition to my collection. The further down I go, the worse the Titan's contamination gets. Standing up the ice-cold water, I examined my physical condition. It was completely fine, just as I expected. The second I let go, Anya activated her exclusive exosuit, Guardian Pod device. Thanks to her, I landed safely. Of course, it's only meant I was safe for the moment. I stared down the dark tunnel in front of me, drawing the gun at my hip. As if reading my mind, the spherical Guardian Pod fractured into shards of armor, tightly encasing my body to create a form-fitting exosuit. Had I designed a defensive mode customized for me? Before I had time to get used to the exosuit, a group of change surrounded me and let out agonizing screams. I haven't fought on my own in a long time. I'll use you guys to warm up.
そろそろ時間ですが、準備はよろしく。気をつけてね、可愛く道を守ってあげる。ようこそ分析。前々から君と話したかったんだ。
I know that's what he sounds like in Japanese, but I think I prefer to do something on my own in English. I wish I could do the voice of him. It's not accurately, but this is just for me trying to practice my roles in some way. Oh, by the way, the taking cover mechanic is not really useful.
守るために
Not always.
戦うことを選ぶんです。
Oh, this guy. I hate this guy. Wait, I thought I was out of the range. Okay, whatever.
一応守気をつけてね、可愛い子ちゃん。
60-second buff, that's not bad.
別の解決策があればいいのですが。少し休めば大丈夫ですからね。痛いのそんなに。
Okay.
こんなことは避けたかったんですが。カチャカチャ。
Damn, they were all over the
お疲
place.
れ様。さあ、お姉さんに飛び込んでらっしゃい。
Abandoned scum, fading away in the lonesome shadows. After destroying all the catalyst devices, the final change was reduced to dust. The exosuit formed by the Guardian Pod has seamlessly used up all of its energy as it transformed back into a small sphere. Oh, by the way, to those who don't know what the Guardian Pod is, it was shown earlier in the game, in the chapter. I didn't use her. It's more of a support role for her, and I don't think it's that crazy. It's not that strong. Anyway, looks like you're more stubborn than I thought, but it's still useless. Where is Chano? Sutter smiles and shook his head as he hovers in midair. With a snap of Sutter's fingers, a hologram depicting an eternal promised land expanded before me. Do you see the cocoon? The emissary has already transformed into a fragment phantom and merged with it. But soon, her Dweewus will be reborn as a lily-white deity, a titan that I, Sutter, will control. The white cocoon in the hologram was growing at a speed visible to the human eye. Tiny cracks spread across its surface, and an odd glowing liquid began seeping from it. Ah, see? With this, I can prove that I have the same ability to control the Titans as Sophie. I will make sure the High Presbyter who abandoned me knows how ignorant, how cruel his decision was. Of course, if he had to change of heart and accept me once again, I would be willing to return to him. In fact, I have endured everything up until now just for that moment. Paired with his distorted speech, the sinister image in front of me sent a shivering down my spine. But I will soon put an end to his blantering. You were good, little lapdog, for Craig Kiergaard. It's a shame he didn't even attend your funeral. What do you mean? Press the visual module scrambler. Ugh. Like a bird shot out of the air, the arrogant Sutter fell down and hit the ground hard in front of me. Wait, what is going on? Why is my body just... What did you do to me? You really didn't notice? The real Sator is dead. You're only just an android puppet. I wanted to show you something interesting. Hand him the terminal with the recovery records of Sator's corpse. Sorry, I don't have much time to listen right now. Could you lend me that scrambler gizmo of yours? Okay, that's enough. I'll be prepared. Looking at the images and documents of the terminal, Del Baleful, who has only just crawled to his feet, staggered backwards. You forgot? That was your master. He died pretty arbitrarily. What are you saying? I'm not some brevoort. I'm Sator, the only Sator. And my only master is Kierkegaard. Yes, that's right. Ella brought me back to life. What about the images of that? Why isn't it recorded on this terminal? You must have tampered with it. How dare you insult me with such baseless lies? It's simply unforgivable. You still can't accept the truth. Aim your gun at his forehead. No matter how much humans strengthen their bodies, they'll die immediately if a bullet pierces through their head. Why don't you touch it and see if the hole in your head is still there? Tss, you missed at such close range. The second his fingers came in contact with his forehead, he felt a deep indent. It was a scar that was been forcibly concealed to prevent him from going insane. Did you feel it? At this moment, his sanity finally crumbled. You're a liar. A liar! I have to hurry up. Finish that Titan. Wow, his voice changed a lot. Yeah, I'm not very good, okay? Calm down. I must get back to the high press spider. Don't even bother. You're just a puppet to him. And you always have been. Trigger probably doesn't even remember your serial number. Yujita Kyujo, you little. Curse you. He sprang up and dashed towards me like a madman. However, after previously being attacked by... I completely forgot my Greek words. Whatever, I'll call it W. I was prepared. Before I completely forgot my Greek letter. I only know Tau, I forgot who the W was. Before he touched my body, Enya's Guardian Pod has finished charging. It engulfed him, trapped him inside. Thanks to talking with me while that charged. It was such a shame that I had to get Enya to replace this Guardian Pod when I get back. As he cursed and thrashed, I activated the Guardian Pod's self-destruct button. Function, not button. Farewell, Mr. Boy of War. The explosion didn't even leave behind any remains of him. If Fridia knew what happened, he'll definitely complain about me destroying materials with prime potential for experiments. But that was a problem for later. I walked over to the hidden elevator in the middle of the altar, pulling out the universal key I borrowed from Fridio. A haunting voice. Though the altar was located hundreds of meters underground, it suddenly began to rain. I look up at the sky made of steel panels. The sound of rushing water grew from a massive gap in the center. Pillars of water began spilling out from all directions, instinctively immersing me. The liquid mixed with nitrogen and forcing its way into my mouth and nose. Edda. Stay calm. Please stay calm. Chaos erupted in the internal promised land as people finally began to notice the danger they were in. However, they were already missed their opportunity to escape. As they screamed miserably, everyone present, both civilians and purificants, was transformed into the changed. Subsequently, white flowers sprouted from the water, and the white cocoon suspended by roots was illuminated with a dazzling light. After devouring all of the surrounding life force, somebody beyond imagination was about to be born. Submerged in the world of white light, the girl consciousness constantly sank downward. Cheno, I'm here to take you back. The girl reached out, trying to grasp the figure that has just appeared before her. However, his familiar face instantly became soaked in monkey blood, his chest piece by a blue arm. In this realm of consciousness, she was overcome by pure fear. Just then, the once blank realm gradually began to take shape, morphing into a scene the girl wanted more than anything to avoid. Starting from birth, we connect with more and more people and things over time. You need to remember that every choice you make affects those that connect to you. Satur slowly liquefied in front of her, changing into Enda. The scene just now flashed in front of the girl's eyes. Edo stared at her through the hole in Yujiku Kujo's chest. The girl pulled the trigger, shattering the phantom in front of her. However, the blue smoke quickly condensed and reformed. Wait for me. She frantically searched for the source of the sound, but the phantom in front of her latched onto her wrist. Latched. Okay. She attempted to break free, but it was clear that she was no match for Edda. Ultimately, the one who responded to her innermost desires was the initial killer, the entity completely different from than Marisol. With Edda's words, the personality that was born only to kill was resurrected, utilizing its own humanity as a sacrifice. As Eda's body was ripped apart, this world built on illusion gradually began to collapse. The roots of the world tree and the cocoon burst into pieces. The abnormal titan descends in shining white light. Blessing. Okay, I remember this one. This is the one that you use the turret to shoot. Oh, you're not using a turret, but then you're shooting with this character.
サルトルっていうやつに奪われちまったんだよ。
The number I'm looking for is 60.
私が甘かったせいで。
Although I could do it next time.
私が育児なしのせいで。
Wait, I can't lock on? Okay, sure, why not?
決めてたのに結局奪われちまったんだ。
Oh my god. I think I'm doing very poorly.
筋肉だよな。誰も守れねえってのは。
I'm trying locking on, but then for some reason the angle. Look at the angle! Holy damn! Yeah, this is really bad. This is really bad.
もちろん違うさ。
I'll have to do this again later.
娘の力を使ってみんなをバルハルに連れて行けばまた会えるもんな。
Look at the way how I'm shooting. It looks really bad. It was better earlier when I played this, but for some reason this one is not. The target focus is not that great.
シェルノ、これがうちらの宿命。
Oh, don't move. Come on, stop moving.
ダメ。何が？だって分析員さんが。黙れ！二度とあいつの名前を出すな。
I guess I have to move a little bit to the left side
ごめんね。
because it's really bad.
でもあなたを止めないといけないの。なぜ？
My apologies if I'm monologuing, but
彼に会いたいんだろ。
like, look at this.
これからは私が全てを背負う。
Don't worry, I'm gonna do this on my own time. Pact of Antimony. The balance shall finally be broken. Why did I say balcony? Don't worry, I won't let go. Channel has always been stronger than you thought. I understand the feelings you have, both of you. Wait for me. Alright, Enigma. Yeah, now we get to play her. Although I don't have her weapon. I wish I could have her weapon, but then it's not that easy to pull. I need to pull the characters for it first. Should I? No. It's her moment. It's her moment. Yeah, I need to time this. Okay, they're untargetable right now. Well, earlier. I don't think I can show you guys her ultimate. Look at how much damage I did to her. Time it. Damn it. I timed it better this before. Yeah, I couldn't show you her ultimate. Her ultimate is a little bit different. Unerasable soul. Cycle of lunar bloom. As Cheno reached out towards the Titan, a blast of light made her draw her hand back. Despite being covered in cracks, the massive white Titan refused to yield to its other self, the gentle and yet equal unyielding self. The scepter was thrust towards Cheno, about to deal a blow powerful enough to sever all bonds and annihilate all emotions. If I erase her, if I erase myself. Ah, wait. Oh, wait, that's someone else. That's her. That's her speaking. As Cheno has said, he didn't require such cold and crucial salvation. Shadow particles in the air formed an invisible shield between the two, blocking the desperate thrust of the scepter. Hang in there, Cheno. With a soaring smile, the phantom disappeared, taking with it the white husk that shattered Marisol's. With unspoken understanding, Cheno nodded and moved towards the black-haired girl. I swear, Marisol is really cute. Hold on, let's see let's look at the differences. One looks very timid, the other one is like, I forgot what it's not docile, it's something else. I forgot the word. Whatever. Hostile. The white-haired girl raised her gun trembling and aimed at her other self. What a shame, someone beat you to it. Ah, that was me. Did I scare you? It's hard to explain, but long story short. Thanks to Enya and the others, I'm here to take you both home. I nodded at the girls who has been holding me up, then stepped into the pool of water by myself. Chano seems to realize something, as she took a step back to give me and Marisol some space. Don't worry, I'll figure out a way to help you. Marisol, you endured so much, all on your own. It must have been hard. You've endured enough. Starting now, don't keep things inside anymore. If you want to cry, just let it out. Crying because you're suffering isn't something to be ashamed about. Whether it's the past, present, or future, countless people cry because of all sorts of things. So you don't need to shoulder all of this misery alone, and you won't. After all, we have many times when we cry, but we only have one. Precious life. Yes, Marisol, I don't care what anyone else says. Whether you're the emissary or some lily white deity. In my eyes, Marisol, because you always shouldered everything, you'll always be. Hold on. I'm thinking something. Take a wrapped piece of chocolate out of... I'll hug her tightly. The strongest, most gentle girl.
うるせえ。私に保護者面するんじゃねえよ。構ってほしくなんか1ミリたりともねえから。やめろ。私と仲良くしたってなんもいいことねえぞ。ああ、チェルノじゃなくてムルソーだ。悪かったな。なんで分析員なんで私の人生
I would handle everything from there. Turn around and walk towards the Titan's remains. It was just like when I absorbed the tree. I just needed to do it again. Reach out and touch. The energy rushed towards me, nearly tearing me apart. Stop! Thankfully, I was able to handle it. Though just barely. Not good. Why isn't this over yet? She hesitated for a moment before she took a step forward, perhaps realizing what her action would mean, but still, she took that step. It was a step that would cause her to fall into the abyss after she has finally just experienced the moment of happiness. At her fragment phantom, once she touched me, she would be able to transform into streams of light along with the remains of the Titan. But so what? Life goes by the blink of an eye. If you don't pursue anything with passion, you won't leave anything behind. In that case, she would use the most passionate approach she could send her love to the future. With that, the violent torrent began to stabilize and stopped growing larger.
分析
Like fireflies. Her body slowly morphed into particles of light. Whether it was her flesh or consciousness, they were both quickly disintegrating. Her fire of light drifting through the air would soon vanish in the vast sea, never to be seen again. And her iris, dark at the night sky, overflowed with tears of partings. Before the ending of her life, it was as if she was wanting to take the person in front of her and carve him deep into her disappearing soul.
お前と過ごした日々は私の宝物だ。私を普通の女の子として扱ってくれてありがとう。私のためにチョコ味のマシュマロをわざわざ取っておいてくれてありがとう。私の好きなものを覚えてくれた人はあれが初めてだったよ。私が頑張れなくなった時に抱きしめてくれてありがとう。不幸を背負いながら生きてきた私に存在する意味なんてないはずの私にせっかくの命を無駄にするなって自分の幸せを追求することは当たり前のことだって教えてくれてありがとう。
Tears spilled down her cheeks.
余計なことばかり喋っちゃってごめん。もうすぐ夜明けだ。私の大好きな月明かりみたいに優しい分析員。いつかあなたにも幸せが訪れますように。だってそれが私とチェルノが長い間探していた救いなのだから。
Then everything was swallowed up by the light. By the time I came to, all the fragments information of consciousness has flooded my mind. However, Marisol, the one whom this information belonged, has vanished forever. Her chocolate was sitting at the pool of water in tears, the crumples wrapped unopened. The lingering warmth of my cheeks has also cooled. Okay, we finished that part. Now we're at the epilogue. Okay. Push forward towards the future. I snuck down further, engulfed in the wastewater. There was nothing I could do. Whether I found myself unable to think clearly again. I wonder how long it has been. My eyes were flooded by white light above me. Even though I had regained consciousness, I still couldn't control my body. It felt like a massive rock was weighing down on my chest. I lowered my head to see a girl hugging me tightly, branches sprouting from her body and pierced deep into my chest. It was Cherno's voice. She was close by. Reach out towards the sound. Calm down. The girl's icy, slender fingers tightly gripped my neck. Wait for me. The light gradually began to fade. Both my vision and consciousness were once again swallowed up by darkness. But as my chest constantly rose and fell, I gradually caught my breath. But before that, someone has pulled me out of the water. I felt something press up hard against my lips. It was completely awoken from the cold darkness by the southern warmth. Oh. Are you crying, Enya? Hey, you should save this kind of stuff for that important day. I appreciate that, Kizia. Kaya smiles as she bent down, gesturing for me to wrap my arms around her shoulders. You can read my mind? Yeah, they're still waiting for me. But in the end, I couldn't bring her back. I walked through the underground tunnel. Since Yggdrasil has just eliminated the threat of the area, there was no change or Aventus. Oddly enough, it felt kind of lonely. 2 weeks has already passed since the internal Promised Land incident. With the official intervention from Yggdrasil, order has gradually been restored to the containment zone. New shelters has been built and supplies were upgraded. In the eyes of many, we were the heroes who saved Euros and the containment zone. But after that mission, there was a flame burning in my heart that I just couldn't put out. With that, I went back with them by my side. The hologram projection of the stars and skies was still on, but the company has already cleared up all the crystallized flowers on the pool's surface. I could only hear the sound of water lapping against the steps. I sat down, staring at the stars reflecting at the water surface in a daze. Suddenly, a tiny anomaly appeared in front of my eyes. A bunch of small white flowers has bloomed in the middle of the pool. Walk towards the lovely white flowers. I had no way of knowing that this small action would put the wheels in motion for a miracle to occur. But that was why I had gone back there. As a justice of the Heimdall force, I wanted to bring my operative home, to the place where she truly belonged. Those flowers will mark the spot where one day, not long after, I would meet her again. Yeah, that's pretty much what the series is. The time is actually much shorter, only because there's no voiceover. In the beginning of this, the video, ever since I wanted to do the story mode of the event of the game, I thought there would be like voiceover, there will be no voiceover, and I thought there would be voiceover at the ending, but it never came through. And this is what I mean for this example. This was the time that it it was really nice to have voiceover at the end, that what they sound like. It was really nice touch that they put up, because when I did the Land of the Sand or something, whatever the other event was, like there was no voiceover for that one. There was no voiceover for Boo Boo for some reason. I forgot which. There were so many events that there's no voiceover every time. And this is why I'm giving you the example of there's voiceover here and there's more voiceover now because of Hearts of Paradise? I forgot what it's called. It was during the anniversary of, I think it was a no, it wasn't an anniversary. It was more of a Chinese New Year event between Shangshin and Yao. That's where like there's so much voiceover, and like this is my proof of telling you there was voiceover every time when there was doing the visual novels. And yeah, that was kind of like my rant. When I first played this game during the event, this is like the second event that I went through. I have skimmed through this. I have not visited through like any storylines. Was there any change in the dialogue or whatnot? I just skimmed through this. But this time I put more effort and put my time into this type of story, which is why I'm doing the recording now, and I want to show this to you guys. Even though there was like weird voiceovers for some guys and they don't interline, and some of the dialogue I kind of messed up on the wordings and whatnot. I still do, regardless. But for the case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like to this video if you actually enjoyed it. Sub to this channel if you're not. But if you are sub to this channel, share this video. It actually pushed through, like, I enjoyed the content that I put out there and I want to give to you guys. But within the case, I will hope to see you guys. I won't hope to see you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, keep playing more games and stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.